Hey guys, this is Gaming with Eli, and welcome back to Monster Prom. Just gonna jump into it. I'm gonna, because I've just, we'll do the first term. How do I skip that? Isn't there a, I don't know. Let's do, who were we last time? We were Vicky last time. My sweet baby Oz.
I can do this.
Huzzah! Is there used to be a skip. Yeah, see now we can skip. Use your soul emoji, the emoji that speaks the truth of your soul. Okay, I need smarts and I need creativity, because I'm going for Liam this time. Snowman because that motherfucker's in the middle of a blizzard and he's fucking smiling, he doesn't give a fuck about the blizzard, and he has a kick-ass hat. Emoji, best animal on earth. I know 5 mixed drinks, 3 drug cocktails, and 7 sex positions that involve one or several occupy or Caucasian guy with a turban, because fuck stereotypes. Yes. You're elected president for a day. What's the first law you pass? Trivia fact. Presidents don't pass laws. So is this a trick question, or are you just being an idiot? You can deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. Amount of taxes deducted are calculated based on the beauty of the sonnets. And dollar bills will now include the picture of me and the inscription, "Beware too much awesomeness. My presidency might last a day, but my fame will last forever." Presidents don't pass laws. Because we need smarts, too. Your partner just gave you a cool gift for your anniversary, but you totally forgot. Quick, come up with an awesome idea for a great gift. The abstract concept of gratefulness. I don't have a good track record with Liam, so...
All right.
Okay, my creativity and my smarts. Should work on my creativity first, because both need to be 12. That is... yes. A day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It'll be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. After that, you engage in a deadly match of truth or dare or death with Polly, and that would be a super interesting event to cover. Then the two of you spot Miranda and Liam deep in an intense conversation, and that's bound to be much more interesting. Hiya! Hey babes! You're making quite a noise, and I love anything that makes quite a noise. What's up? Hey you two. Miranda and I were having a creative disagreement. You see, we wanted to start our own school club. You know, an intellectually rewarding extracurricular that enriches our minds while probably not being mentioned ever again in the future, because continuity at the school seems to be a bit random. Noise! Let's do it! Y'all know my favorite things in the world? Drugs. Sexual activities? Noise. No tummies. That too, but I meant chess and Russian literature. Stop treating me as if I were two-dimensional. Let's start a literature club. Oh no. I'm not sure. Do you remember what happened last year when we joined the literature club? We wrote dope poems and made new friends. No. The other thing.
Whoa.
Ah, fuck yeah, that's right. So weird I almost forgot. I mean, that's how I died, you know? Anyway, thing is, Miranda and I were already between 2 ideas. I proposed we start the Club Club.
So,
a delightful meta club where we enjoyed ourselves by designing and crafting new school clubs. Boring! I proposed the Little Pony Sweet Dreams Club, a club where we would spend our nights learning how to tell the right bedtime stories to ponies. Whoa, you two really know how to sound two-dimensional, but in any case, can't you both just do your own clubs? No. Our lives are fueled by the conflict and confrontation that can only be solved by choosing between 2 options. That's why we need you to choose which club is the best one, because Oz always seems to choose based on who they want to ask to prom. So which one should we go for? Just remember, one of the ideas includes ponies. A tough choice. Mostly because I'm like super drunk right now. You're super drunk all the time, Polly. A tough choice indeed. It's your opportunity to convince Polly of one of the options, because no one is preventing you from making choices based on who you want to ask to prom. The best club is clearly the Club because, and then just throw some confetti. Oh! Ah, I got lucky with that. So you throw lots of colorful, happy confetti that you carry with you when you want to cheer people up, alongside your black and white sad confetti for more solemn situations. Confetti! I love confetti! I also value confetti as a very valid argument, so Club it is! I must admit, confetti is pretty nice. Maybe Liam was right the whole time, and I wasn't able to see it because of the lack of confetti in his arguments. Really? That was what you needed to be convinced? I'm this close to arguing with you about you changing your mind. But you know what? What if we started designing and crafting our club now? It'll be the first of many clubs we will create. Your silliness and cheerfulness is stupid, but nice, huh? You know what? As the club president, I think the second club we can craft and design might be a little Pony Sweet Dreams club. Aw, Liam! There's a little fluffy purple heart deep down under that hater facade, isn't there? Shut up. Aw, everyone's happy now. Also, you might be into conquering that little fluffy purple heart eventually. For now, you gain +2 creativity and +1 fun. Hell yeah!
Alright.
Oh boy. What are Liam and Vera doing? You approach Liam and Vera at their table, but before you can sit down, Vera holds up a hand.
Pathetic.
Stop. This is the cool people table, where only cool people are allowed.
So mainstream.
I would agree with what Vera just said, but agreeing is something only uncool people do. Wouldn't you agree, Vera? Nice try, Liam, but I think we're getting away from the point. This interloper still wants to sit with us. Well, if they want to sit with us, they're going to have to prove that they are as cool as we are. But without, trying to prove it. Trying is so uncool. So, what's it gonna be? I guess I'll be going then, because there's no way anyone can ever be as cool as Liam. Wait, was that sarcasm? No, of course not. Oz was clearly being totally sincere. There it was again! Are you two doing this on purpose? And why on earth would we do that? Yeah, I can't tell when you're being sincere or ironic. It's so cool. Everyone knows clear and efficient communication is the least cool thing of all. You've wooed me with your open disdain for language. I can't tell if you're being serious or not. Exactly. Vera and Liam invite you to sit with them and chat. By the end of lunch, none of you has any idea what anyone else meant. So cool. Jesus.
Alright.
Okay, let's get our smarts up now. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. You see Liam staring at his cell phone, sighing deeply. Maybe one of his favorite bands signed to a mainstream record label, or the exact shirt he's wearing is featured on a magazine cover. You decide to check in with him.
Greetings, my friend.
You know StartKicker, that vile website where people crowdfund projects not good enough to get real investors? Wow, thanks, Liam. Do you not know why you exist? Well, today I found something of some interest. A time machine. I mean, it's clearly another terrible overpromise that will be released at least a decade after the due date, and in the end it will be way shittier than promised, like a toaster attached to a clock. Toaster attached to a clock? Genius! You discreetly write down the idea in your $1 million notebook. Let's see if you can beat those guys to market. But I was sighing deeply because I couldn't help but think. Supposing I were to acquire such a machine, I wonder, where in time would I go? Oh no. That's gotta be fun because it says dope. But that's probably charm. Charm, so everyone knows the dopest time in monster history was 1925, specifically the 26th, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Yeah, oh, that was smart! Cool. Ah, yes. I remember 1925's July 26th, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. It was the dusk after old Ernest Hemingway's party. Me and the boys were celebrating at good old Pamplona, drinking sangria like it was water. They even prepared a special batch for me, without those pesky little pieces of fruit. I almost never drink sangria because of those. Little pieces of fruit are the 8th thing I hate most in my beverages, right between floor cleaner and sentient milk that has controversial opinions on opera. What the fuck? When dawn was imminent, Ernest came to me and said, "Ah, Liam, the world is ours. We could feast on it forever." I told him, "You're right, Ernest, but remember, I'm a vampire and, you know, the sun also rises." And the rest is history. You're right, my friend. July 26, 1925's 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. was the best of times. Thanks for making me remember such fond memories. Maybe some night soon we can share some little pieces of fruit-free sangria and create new fond memories to time travel back to once in a while. Whoa! You already booked tickets to those soon-to-be fond memories with Liam and saved the date in your phone. You gain +2 charm and +1 smartness. Okay.
All right.
So I gotta go back to the auditorium. While rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there. There might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of many, and make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain +2 creativity. You also lose -3 years of your life as your end of the deal, but who cares? They weren't happening in-game anyway. But Liam isn't paying attention to any of that. He corners you afterwards to lecture you on momentgram filters. What no one seems to understand about filters is that they're not about making pictures better. They're about making pictures browner and harder to see. That's why I use my own proprietary filter for almost all my photos. The Infinite Taupe. It's also probably why I have only 6 momentgram followers, but none must make sacrifices for our art. In any case, I have to go. There's a dead rat in the parking lot. I simply must document. As soon as Liam's gone, Miranda peeks out of an air conditioning duct. Goodness, the situation is even more dire than I thought. If Operation Make Liam Popular Again is to succeed, we must get started immediately. Is that? Why, yes, of course you're a part of my operation. I unwillingly force people into my service all the time. Oh, you want to know why it's called Operation Make Liam Popular Again? Well, he's been alive for like centuries, right? I'm sure he must have been popular at some point. I'll check the history books later. There's no time now. Phase 1 is getting Liam more momentgram followers. I took the liberty of having my royal spies discover the password to his account, so we can give it a total makeover. But what to do? I feel like this might be a secret ending thing, and I don't know the stats for either of these at all. That's gonna be fun. That's not charm or bold, so... Oh, wealthy. I didn't know that you... Oh, wow. Oh yeah, solving problems with money is my family's specialty. Fortunately, Father cancelled my royal credit cards after I had all those land ponies shipped to our underwater castle and they drowned. But I'm sure you have enough money to accomplish this feat. You totally don't. You decide to cut costs by hiring goats instead of people. But goats don't have thumbs or smartphones. So instead of having them follow Liam on Momentgram, you just have them follow him in real life. Where did all these goats come from? Get them away from me! They ate my cashmere phone cozy. This is madness! Exit Liam pursued by ghosts. This was a terrible idea, and also goats are still pretty expensive. You lose -2 creativity and -1 money. Good to know.
All right.
Oh boy. As you approach your chosen table, you see Liam carefully framing his artfully arranged jelly dessert for a transcendent food pick when... FOODPIC! Ride those picks to victory! What? What does that even mean? When I say food, you say pick. Food! No. Food!
Enough.
Stop. 2, 4, picks, 8. Food do we appreciate? Food picks, go! Cease this incessant chanting this instant.
No.
What? But I'm trying to help you take the best food pick. You've been trying to take this food pick for like 20 minutes now. You gotta snap a pic so you can eat your tasty food. Liam doesn't eat, my dude. I don't eat, Scott. I only order this food so I can take pictures of it. And you're not helping.
Oh, bro.
I know. My cheerleading just isn't good enough. What I need is a cheer partner to take me to the next level. No, what you need is a swift kick in the... But it's too late. Scott's already chosen you as his cheer partner. Now it's up to you what the two of you will do. Liam's food picks are art, so we gotta use art to cheer him on, the quiet art of mime. He leads Scott in a totally artistic, totally silent mime cheer that involves an invisible rope, an invisible dog sled, and an invisible hot dog buffet. We eventually leave Scott trapped inside a tiny box and move with Liam to another table. Thanks for saving me from that. True food photography, or as I call it, la photographie des ailments, cannot be rushed. Are you sure he's okay over there in that box? You're pretty sure he's fine. You let him out at the end of the lunch and he licks your face. But most importantly, Liam tags you in his triumphant food pic. Is this for real? Okay.
Alright.
Now my creativity needs to go back up. Day while rehearsing for the class play, you do a terrific job at acting. You act so hard that some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. 7 roses, to be exact. Damn, roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game. Anyway, check your converter app to see if this could translate into something a bit more useful. Seems 7 roses equals 2 creativity points. Sweet. You gain +2 creativity. Liam stalks past you backstage, pretending to talk to himself but clearly speaking for your benefit.
Welcome to Liam the Liam.
Oh, the tangled tribulations of the committed iconoclast. The talent show is a fascist monument to misguided ego and public spectacle. The dignified thing would be to set out the event in protest. That's what everyone expects me to do. Therefore, I must participate. The question is, how? How do I foreground my native artistic talent while simultaneously making plain my utter contempt for the event? Liam pauses his monologue to give you an opportunity to interject. Any ideas? 15 minutes of judgmental staring, or a live mashup. That's probably fun. Damn it! I didn't know that was bold. Ever wonder why I always avoid prolonged eye contact? Of course you haven't. No one ever wonders anything about the mysterious outsider. I avoid eye contact, you see, because vampires are cursed with a hypnotic gaze. Anyone who holds my forlorn gaze too long becomes irrevocably infatuated with me. Just imagine the entire school falling in love with me just like that. Every shred of my carefully cultivated unpopularity gone in just 13 minutes. He gazes into your eyes for a moment, but not quite long enough. No, you don't understand. No one understands. The best way to love me is to totally hate me. You leave Liam to write poetry about this or whatever, because you're clearly not helping. You lose -2 charm and -1 boldness. Luckily, neither of those are stats that I need.
Alright.
But I'm paranoid, because like I said, I don't have a good track record with Liam. You are astonished by some new stuff you learned in class. You thought high school was all about doing stupid shit with your friends and trying to find true love. You would have thought that class could actually be useful. What a nice surprise. You gain +1 valuable lesson. Good luck trying to use that in this game. And +2 smarts. Later you see Liam rolling his eyes at his phone. You ask him what's up before he can roll and pry it out of his head. I'm having trouble with my status on social network. I expressed a positive opinion about bug manicures, which I obviously meant ironically. Now my so-called friends are responding with blatantly unironic pictures of themselves with centipedes glued to their nails. I know being aloof and misunderstood is my brand, but I want to be misunderstood on my terms, not theirs. What kind of status could I post that would be idiot-proof? Vague. Flat out post that everyone currently reading this status is an idiot? Damn it! If there's one thing idiots don't understand, it's their own idiocy. If I post a status like that, it'll be the one time everyone takes it ironically. They'll all use the mwahaha react button. And the wings up of approval. Ugh, never mind. Open and honest communication? Online? You're the idiot. You lose -3 smarts. I have one opportunity to go to class.
Alright.
You arrive at their table, you find that Polly and Liam aren't eating, they're just taking pictures of their food. Welcome to the don't need to eat so we just take dope food pics zone, baby! We believe that food, like heavy construction machinery, should be seen and not tasted. Yeah, I mean, have you ever tasted heavy construction machinery? Have you? I don't know. Maybe. My weekends are usually kind of a blur. Like last Saturday, there'll be plenty of time to chronicle your sexploits later, Polly. Right now, we need to focus on these food pics. While Liam and Polly were busy bantering, you were busily arranging a dope food pic of your own. Now to complete your masterpiece. Food pic of Liam taking a food pic. So meta. You level your phone at Liam just as he's about to snap a food pic, but his vampire reflexes are too quick for you. Ha! Trying to out-meta the metamaster, are you? We'll see about that. Liam levels his phone at Polly just as she's about to take a food pic. Now you're taking a food pic of a food pic of a food pic. Whoa! Are we pointing each other's phones at each other now? Or are we pointing our phones at each other now? I want to play too! Suddenly Polly's got her phone pointed at you. It's a food pic of a food pic of a food pic of a food pic. We've done it! We've created the meta triangle, the most meta shape in existence. This is our finest hour. The world around you dissolves in into green columns of numbers and letters. You've done it! You can see the code. You are the one. The programming of the video game you are in awards you by raising your relationship points with the character known as Liam. Please don't have the shop be in class right now.
All right.
There is no shop in the last. Okay, good. A ton of spells that are all as cool as they are seemingly useless. Spell to renew sticker stickiness. Spell to turn chocolate and vanilla ice cream into vanilla and chocolate ice cream. Spell to gain +2 smarts. You actually use that last spell and you gain +2 smarts. You look over your shoulder to realize Liam has been staring at you for probably the last 45 minutes. He's so silent. Hey. I was just wondering if you'd like to, perhaps, sit next to me in a large, darkened room while silently passing judgment on a popular film. And afterwards we could adjourn, possibly to an eating establishment, where I can watch and take artistic photos as you consume calories. Of course you would. You'd absolutely love to. Oh boy, are you two going on a date? What? No, what are you even doing here? Eavesdropping. What do you mean it isn't a date? Aren't you asking Oz out to dinner and a movie? I'm not asking out anyone, and it's not a date. Dating is a cheesy, cliched artifact of heteronormative monoculture. If it's not a date, what is it? Damn, Coach, if you can't convince Liam this isn't a date, he may not go out with you at all. Think fast and tell them it's performance art. Duck costumes could be fun or creative. Let's go with it. It's performance art. Liam forgot to tell you we'll be wearing duck costumes the whole time. Oh, thank God! Duck costumes? Duck costumes? Oh, that changes everything. It does? Sure it does. I thought you two were planning a romantic evening when really you're just trying to show your school spirit. But the school's mascot isn't the duck. Well, of course not. You know what they say. It's not the mascot that matters, it's the dressing up in a hot foam rubber costume. Your aphorisms truly are the best. Thank you. But I suppose dressing up as two giant ducks would subvert expectations to a delightful degree. Settled. Later that night, you and Liam are kicked out of the movie theater for being giant ducks. Liam writes a scathing blog post about it. It's the best not date you've ever had. You gain +2 fun and +1 smarts. Okay. Let's see if those two mess-ups
How ironic.
were bad enough to ruin everything.
All right.
I want to pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you. Prom? That's so kitsch and cliche. That it's actually hip. Yeah, let's go to prom together. What a retro thing to do, right? I can wear a tuxedo and all. It's gonna be wonderful.
How ironic.
But in an ironic way.
I might end up liking you. Ironically.
Yay. Gone to prom with 6 main love interests. This is my first success with Liam in I don't even know how many times I've tried. Prom night was dreamy. You and Liam criticized the vulgar music choices of the band the entire night. At one point, you crashed the gig by joining them with a xylophone and theremin. A renowned music blogger happened to be there because for some reason she thinks the next big thing will be found at a high school prom or whatever. She said, I understood virtually nothing, which probably means it was avant-garde and too much of an intellectual delicacy, even for me. I give it 0 thumbs up, but only because ranking art numerically is a travesty. Keep your eye on Liam DeLioncourt and Oz, crashing future prom night. They will wow you. You both kept the copy of the review as a memory of such a wonderful night together. Oz most diplomatic smile. Liam, most likely to work in something no one understands. Holy shit, yes! I'm just happy that I finally got Liam to go with me. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs mammogram filters. Like infinite taupe? Damien loved fire to the very end. Unfortunately, that wasn't a super legal affair, and he ended up in prison for arson. Fortunately, prison was flammable. Miranda got a job being princess of her kingdom, which was actually kind of her job already. Well, you don't see her complaining about it. For those 3 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for monster prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. And I can't, because, no, that's not what I meant to do. I wanted to go to the gallery. I want to see what Polaroid I got. Nice. Alright, that's it for this time. Let's see, who have I not gone for yet? I haven't gone for Vera. And I haven't gone for Scott. Those are the two that I have left. So I'll be going for one of them next time, but for now, if you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, maybe tap that notification bell and share with your friends. See you on the flip side. Eli out.